Welcome to Lesson 92 of Saxon Math Course 2. In this lesson, we're going to talk about percentage of change. We're going to identify problems that use a percentage to describe an amount of change, and we're also going to use a ratio box that you're going to be very familiar with to solve percents of change within problems. Okay, so normally in percent problems that we've considered in the past, we've figured out a part of a whole. Now we're going to start talking about increases and decreases in an original amount. And in the past, when we set these up, remember we had the 100% being the whole amount. When we do increase and decrease, we're going to change the box up just a little bit. What we're going to do here is we're going to bring the 100% up top, and then we're going to put in the minus change or the add-in change. So let's say it's 20%. So 100 minus 20, then our new amount would be 80. Or if it was 100 plus 20, our new amount would be 120. And then we're going to go ahead and solve it the same way we would normally solve it, using the cross multiplication and dividing to use this ratio box. All right, let's take a look at this. So the country population has an increase of 15% in 1980. So let's go ahead and take this part right here, 15%. So we got our original amount of 100,000, or 100%, and then our change we know is plus 15 because it tells us it's an increased 15%. So our new population is going to be 115% of our original population. Now we got to continue to read. It said that the population in 1980 was 120. What was the population in 1990? So our original population, our ending population wasn't 120. Our original population was 120. So it goes in right here in the original with the 100%. And then we just do our cross multiplication, 115 times 120,000, and then we divide that by 100, and we come up with the answer of 138,000. So that should look very familiar to you. The only tricky part is this box right here, getting it set up properly. Let's look at another one. In this case here, we're going to do a decrease. So the price was reduced 30%. So here's our original amount was 100%. Minus the 30% means that our new amount is going to be 70% of our original amount. So it says that if the price was $24.50, what was the original price? So if the person paid $24.50, what was this? What was it originally before they discounted at 30%? And again, you're just going to cross multiply. $24.50 times 100 divided by 70 will tell us that R equals $35. And doesn't it make sense that if it was discounted 30% down to $24.50, that the original price would be more than that? And doesn't $35 sound reasonable? All right, let's see if you can do one yourself. Go ahead and let's set up your box. We can do that right now. And we know right here it's going to be our 100%. This is going to be our original, plus and minus, and this is going to be our new. And forgive my handwriting. I'm doing it with my finger, so it's not the prettiest of all handwriting. A merchant bought an item at wholesale for 20%. So how much did he originally pay? He paid $20, not 20%, excuse me, $20. So we know that this is going to be $20. Now, and he marked the price up 75%. So it's going to be plus 75%. So the new price is going to be 175% of this old price of $20. So now it wants to know what was this? What did that merchant charge for that after he marked it up 75%? So you're going to go ahead and cross multiply 175 times 2, which is going to be 3,500. And then you're going to divide by the 100, and that's going to give you your variable down here of x or whatever this happens to be, right? And 100 goes into that. It's going to be $35. So our answer is going to be $35. And doesn't it make sense that if he paid $20 and marks it up 75, that it would be $35? You can kind of cheat a little bit on this particular one. It's a little bit easy because 75 is a good round number, because you know that 25% of 20 is 5, 10% would be 10, so 50% would be 10, so 75% would be $15, and so you can put 15 in there, add them together, and get the same $35. Okay, let's see if you can do this one. Go ahead and pause it, see if you can do this one yourself. Okay. Did you put your 100 in here? All right, so the regular price was $24.50, but the item was on sale for 30% off. So it was 30% off, so that means that the new price was 70%. So what was the sales price? So if the regular price was $24.50, how much was the sales price? That's what it wants us to figure out. Okay, so you've got to do your cross multiplication and divide by 100. Hopefully you did that, and came up with $17.15. And you should have had a lower answer because it's 30% less than the original price. All right, let's try another one. Pause it, see if you can do it. Hopefully you can work all the way through these and you're not having to get help. All right, so the number of students taking algebra increased 20% in 1 year. So I can put in my 100. I do plus 20. And now I have 120 of my original amount. If 60 students are taking algebra this year, this is my new year, not the old year, then how many of them took it last year? And we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. 60 times 100. Divide that by 120. We know 60 divided by 12 is 50, so we can know that that is 50. And doesn't that make sense? That it would be about 50 students if it went up 20% to 60? Sure it would. All right, hopefully that all made sense. You can grasp it. It should be just a twist on stuff that you already know. Do problems 6, 7, and 11. Email them to me or submit them online, and we'll see you tomorrow in class. Bring your questions. Thank you.